Welcome everyone to the fifth game of the clash of generations between Yagiz Kaan Erdogmus, the 14-year-old super talent, and Veselin Topalov here. There's a handshake there, and Topalov, well, he's right now in big trouble in this match. The score is 3-1 with 2 wins for Yaz and 2 draws. So Topalov needs to win both the remaining games in order to tie the score. And you can see him there just having a nice conversation with Yaz before the game. And we have the guest of honor who will make the first move here. The players get ready. Topalov needs to strike. Pawn to e4 is what is made on the board. And we are ready to rock and roll. Yaz plays the Caro-Kann. He plays pawn to c6. And let's see what Topalov now comes up with. Well, Topalov, very dangerous player when aggressive. And today he has everything to fight for. Pawn to d4 and d5 played. We already have 2 wins of Yaz on our channel. This is the third game now. e5 played, advanced variation, bishop comes to f5. And I think for Topalov this is great because, Yaz didn't choose for some sad variation which is equal and trying to force him to play for a win. He's gone for something really unbalanced, the Caro-Kann, and I think Topalov will get the kind of positions that he likes where he can play for the full point. He goes for this short variation with knight f3 and bishop e2, a6 played by Yaz. And the idea is to play c5 at the right time. Castles and now pawn to c5 makes sense. So that bishop b5 check is not possible. b5 square is under control. I mean, at some point that could be a point. Bishop e3 played, defending here and not putting your pawn on c3 just yet. So takes, knight takes, and actually as compared to the main line, with black you have your pawn on a6, which I don't know how useful it is, but maybe could be useful move. f4 played by Veselin. Maybe there were other ways to play like g4 going full on aggressive, but okay, f4 makes sense. h5 by Yaz, and you can see the time on the clock here. He took a total of 45 minutes for that move. Insane. Knight to d2 played by Veselin. He's moving fast here. That's one of the things that Yaz may have to work on. But okay, I mean, as long as he's winning, there's no issue. This time management, which sometimes he takes a lot of time for his moves. Okay, knight takes f5. Yaz takes back. Knight takes f5, attacking the bishop. The bishop has only one square. Bishop f2 makes a lot of sense. So now Veselin has the bishop pair. And he would like to put his knight on d4 at some point. I don't know when. g6 played by Yaz. And bishop to d3. I think these are the kinds of positions where Yaz has to be super careful because Veselin is a beast now. Okay, knight b4 could be an idea. So c3 or a3 makes a lot of sense. He plays pawn to a3, stopping knight b4. And now bishop e7 played, just bringing the bishop out. Black plans to castle in here. Rook to c1. Whoa, Veselin is going for c4. Makes sense. When you have the bishop pair, open up the position. But Yaz is like, sorry, I'm not going to allow you to do that. Pawn to b4 played by Topalov. Now clamping down on the c5 square. Lovely play by white until now. Knight h6. He's trying to come to the g4 square to get the bishop. And h3, he stops it. So Veselin has this nice balance of stopping Yaz's idea and also furthering his own. Now knight comes to f5. He wants to play h4 and maybe get the g3 square. King h2 played. And pawn to h4. A useful move. 9 minutes for Yaz with 22 more moves to make. Knight to f3. Attacking the pawn on h4. Okay, it's well defended. Knight to g3. Wow, that's a pawn sack. You can take, and he's ready to play this position with g5. So rook comes to e1 and now g5 played by Yaz. He's trying to muddy the waters, but Veselin is keeping his calm. Queen d2, a nice move. Rook g8 is bringing the rook in. Okay, black is manufacturing an attack from nowhere. Pawn to c3 played. And now pawn takes pawn, taken. Okay, queen takes pawn. Take the pawn. I mean, oh, but there's bishop g5. Oh my goodness. And that's the problem. So he goes rook c2. A very good move by Topalov. And look at Yaz. He has 2 minutes on the clock. e5 is hanging. Not really. a4 played by Topalov. Here, he could have taken on f4 or king g1. But pawn to a4. Yaz has 2 minutes. He takes here. I don't know how this boy plays under time pressure so well. Rook a2 with the idea of taking on a4. a6 is a weakness. He goes rook a2. Incredible stuff. Topalov, now better. Pawn to d4, a mistake because now queen f4 and white is better, clearly better. Will Topalov do that? No, he takes on d4. But why? Why to take here, giving up the e5 pawn? I don't know. Maybe he missed something. He missed something that after knight e5, queen f4, there's knight g4 check and you lose the queen. I don't think Topalov would miss such tactics, but something's gone wrong and Yaz now can take the pawn. He takes it. He takes on e5. The position is equal now. Bishop takes a6. Boom. Attacks the rook. Do you save the rook? Not really. f3 creating this insane attack. If bishop c8, knight g4 check is a mating attack with the queen looking here. So bishop b5 check. He brings the knight back. King f8. Maybe he was afraid of queen check. So now king g1. He plays. Oh my god. Knight e2 check. And Yaz played that with 5 seconds. How is this boy playing so well under time trouble? Knight takes e2. And now g2 pawn is hanging. Boom. He takes it. King f1. If you go king h1, queen h2, mate. He plays king to f1. And now Yaz, boom, another rook. What a game this is turning out to be. Topalov takes the rook. King takes f2. He has 14 minutes. Yaz playing on his last few seconds. Check. And now you see that this is attacked. So now Yaz has to kind of make this attack happen. King takes f3, only move. It takes on h3. Another check to the king. Yaz sees this 30-second increment totally differently than how the world sees this. Queen f5 check and pick up the bishop. Seems like a good move. Check. King g1. Can you play it? Can you play queen f4? You block with the queen. He blocks with the queen. And now Yaz, boom, takes the bishop. Let's take stock of the material. White is an exchange up. But black has 2 pawns for it. So it's actually material equality. Rook g1. Trying to enter in here. All of a sudden Yaz is better. Knight f6. But he's on move 36. He suddenly is up to 2 minutes. Man, how did he manage to survive that time trouble? That's just incredible how this boy does it. Queen f3. And now, I don't know. King f8 looks like a good move. Rook d8 taking the open file. But Yaz goes queen c4. Giving up the a4 pawn. Maybe a small inaccuracy there by him. And Veselin takes on a4. 10 minutes. I must applaud the way Veselin has played this game. I mean, even though he was clearly better at some point, he's fought incredibly well. Check. King e1. And Yaz goes knight g5. Okay, if you take on c3, problem was rook g8 check. So it goes knight g5, blocking the g file. Queen b7. Now eyeing the rook on c8. And 40th move done. And Yaz finds the best move. Rook c7. He gets 30 extra minutes. He also gets up. And now, how will this game pan out? Because it's all equal. Queen a8 check. Materially, white is better. But the king on e1 looks weak. So does the king on e8 actually. Rook c8. Is there going to be a repetition with queen b7? I guess Yaz will be okay with it. But Topalov is not. He wants to fight. And he's like, okay, take my rook. I take your rook and I'm winning. So queen c7 is the only move. Keeping the queen protected. I mean the rook protected with the queen. Queen c7 played. And now queen comes back to h1, eyeing the h4 pawn. I guess h3, keeping the pawn alive. Yes, he pushes the pawn. And now rook a5. Maybe that's what Topalov wants to play. Just get this. Yes, he attacks the knight here. Whew. And the knight on e2 doing an insane job of protecting the king on a1. f5 played. And now rook takes, bishop takes. That's a good decision. And pick up this h3 pawn because it's such an important pawn. And Topalov takes it. Wow, the position is balanced once again. But I'm pretty sure there are more twists and turns here. Bishop f6, controlling the h8 square. King f1. He also keeps his king on a square that is safe. Rook d8, taking the open file, planning to enter in with rook d1 check. Rook a6. Now looking at the f7 pawn, e6 pawn. Queen c4. Not only attacking the rook, defending it, pinning here. Check. And now Topalov down to 15 minutes. Yaz has 8 minutes. King f8 down to 4 minutes. Don't give this check. Rook a7 is good. Rook a1 is good. No, he gives a check. Insane blunder. Yaz is winning now. Bishop g7. And you might wonder what's just happened here. Well, the thing is, now the white pieces are not coordinated. The rook is hanging after bishop g7. And Yaz finds it. He finds the move because now queen e6 is what Topalov is banking on. But it's a checkmate. Rook check, queen check, and the rook and queen come together and deliver the mate. Boom, check. Has Topalov seen the mate or not? Because if king f2, there's queen h4 check. And Veselin Topalov, suddenly it's dawning on him that he's blundered. He's very close to checkmating the black king. But that's one move away. And it's Yaz's move. As they say, chess is a tragedy of one tempo. And that's what is happening to Veselin here. He might just slump to his third defeat. Check. King h2. Where to give a check? I think queen h4. Beautiful. Yaz is seeing the mate. I'm pretty sure king g2. Now queen h1 check. He has 5 minutes to work it out. Well, the boy needs just 30 seconds usually. So 5 minutes is a luxury for him. King f2. And now rook f1 check. Maybe the king runs away. So queen f1 might be the best. King g3. Rook d3 check. He goes queen h2. Keeping it under control. If king e3, he has queen h3 check. If king f3, there's queen h1 check. I mean, there should be a mate here somehow. And there you have it. Check. And it's over. If king f2, rook f1 mate, king, oh, it's done. It's done and dusted. He goes king f1 and he allows the checkmate rook f1, and Topalov is shocked. He didn't see the mate. He's shaking his head. And with a smile, he resigns. What a champion he is. 4-1 is the score in the favor of Yagiz Kaan Erdogmus. Last round left in this match. But what an incredible play by the youngster. By just playing under time pressure. Let's hear what the players are discussing there in the tournament hall.
Yeah, but can you find how I can how I can
I don't remember. Yeah, I think I could. What was my? Yeah, no, but it looked like. I'm completely out. No, but somehow, yeah.
Bishop take a6.
No, probably. When?
No, not win,
But when?
Okay, out of the opening, I was just completely losing.
Yeah, of course. No, but I couldn't understand the opening because somehow, yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
because you could get similar position but without the pawn of a6.
But I mean, king f1, there probably
Yeah.
you were just.
No, yeah, of course.
What was the maximum advantage? +3,
Plus more, little bit more for it. But
+4, 5.
plus about plus 5.
But what is?
In which position exactly?
But tell me, what is the idea? What?
Before is easy win,
Just
when-
terrible opening.
Yeah, of course. But no, okay.
After
it's
before it's just
everything.
everything.
Yeah,
before
but
bishop is
no, but I'm completely.
But you miss d4. Why you play immediately take a4? Knight e4 black was okay. I mean,
Yeah.
Okay.
a4 black.
Okay, but but
I
it
thought
could-
I'm just completely outplayed.
yeah, but
I can show you.
yeah.
Yael, you just passed 27 and now 04. Happy?
Yeah, I'm of course extremely happy. It was my dream for a long time, Yeah, today, I mean, in the game I didn't play so well. I mean, I made a lot of mistakes, but somehow I win the game. Yeah, I'm just extremely happy.
Okay. So it's an historical game today, and it is just only the first step. New step now, new ambition.
Okay, I mean, I'm always trying to play good chess first of all, and now I will try to be 2800. That's my next goal, but it's gonna take too much time, I guess. I have to work a lot for that. Yeah, we will see.
Okay, congratulations.